Hey everybody, welcome back.
Hey everybody.
I don't suppose we could get anybody watching us to say if they can hear me this time around. Although I don't know what kind of delay there is too.
Just heard.
How does it sound out there in internet world? Co-pilot Emily?
Let's see. They can see and they can hear us.
Oh, how delightful for them. All right, everybody. Well, again, I'm Scott, and I'm the lead designer at Sin Studios here, and Emily Springer, the
Hey.
marketing manager, community manager, PR manager, manager. Um, so today we were going to talk about Illiria, do a little champion spotlight, hero spotlight on her. But I also wanted to take an opportunity to go over what one of our maps are going to be. This is Overpass, and right now I'm flying around in engine just to give a little bit easier controls for people to see the layout and get the camera up and down. Um, I'll do a simulate here in a minute so you guys can see what it looks like with boots on the ground. Overpass is more like your standard MMO RPG battleground, like something you would have seen out of World of Warcraft, kind of the size of Arathi Basin for those of you who are familiar with that game. It has two sides. The players will start on either the blue side or over on the red side. And the whole point of this is to battle for position, taking objectives which will help your team defend, such as the turrets. Um, and underneath the overpass, there is an NPC encampment called the Shantytown, and there's a forward heal pad. Whoops. I know I'm kind of zooming. This camera's a little bit crazy right now with speed. Um, if you kill the NPC in the middle, you actually get to be in control of his NPC minions for a while. And then over on the far side is a forward respawning pad. So taking over those add a lot of strategic value to it. And all of that is in an effort to push forward to get to the other team's base, destroy the reactor, which causes them to no longer be able to respawn. And the team then who runs out of players ends up dying. There are also forward objective points, such as these defense bases, where the players have NPC squads occupy them and shoot down anybody trying to get there. All right, I'm going to get over and I'm going to do a simulate on this so that way you can actually see what it looks like running around. I am going to play as the character Illiria. Whoops, that's not at all what I wanted to see. So how you doing today, Emily?
I'm doing just fine. It's our birthday. We forgot to say that.
Oh yeah.
We're one.
Well, Studios won.
The studio is one.
Yeah.
Scott's old.
No. I'm like 20 something.
Plus 20 something.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there. We'll get there.
Uh-uh.
All right, so I'm going to spawn as Illyria, and we're going to give this a go. Today's been a little bit buggy from not the perspective of necessarily the game, but just like I've had XSplit crash and Unreal crashed on me the last time just when I was trying to launch something, and Skype wasn't working and the microphone wasn't working, and it was just like, how many more things aren't going to work?
It's like the world was playing an April Fool's joke on us for some reason. Am I right?
Oh, good. Yes, and I'm going to have to actually add a source here because it did not capture the client. Here we go. Bloop.
Beep boop.
And we're going to go ahead and drag that. Oh, no. Good. I've just captured the source twice. Yeah. This is a real win of a broadcast here. Ray's never going to let me hear the end of this. All right, let's see. Third time's the charm.
That's what they say.
Hooray! We got it.
Wahoo!
Wahoo!
Cool. She looks really cool.
Yeah, here we go. All right, now what you see actually, it's ticking up. It's a little something we've got to iron out is her passive actually is causing her to continuously either heal and take damage or dodge the damage. So just ignore that for right now, but that's where damage and heal text is going to go. We've actually, for this stream, you're going to notice that we've overhauled a lot of things. Kevin Ingracia, one of our artists here, has done a fantastic job of getting some new hero portraits. The PSG bar, which is personal shield generator up here at the top left, the armor, and then finally the health bar. The way this game works, it actually is a pass-through of some damages go through shield easier to armor, some go through armor easier to health. And so the idea wasn't just one type of damage, it's got to get rid of your shield first. It actually can bleed through. Something that had worked really well in a lot of other games that I'd played and seen over the years from things like Mech Warrior, Battletech, EVE Online. And so we wanted to see how it would play it out in more of a third-person RPG like this. And then you'll also notice on the lower right, he has gotten us a new ability HUD for, she has 2 melees, so it's indicated by the Q and E over here on the bottom right. And we're working on her icons a little bit to get it a little bit more distinguishable, but her 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the layout now is going to be a little bit better, so people using a controller, like for the PlayStation and the Xbox, will get, oh, we get where these buttons are. And then you've got the energy resource over on the right side here, which is going to drain as she uses things. So, oh, and then finally our crosshairs has changed now where it's going to indicate if it's a friendly or an enemy. And then when the lower bars disappear, that means that that ability has been used and is on cooldown.
Cool.
So that's kind of some new stuff that we've got going down. Huh. Apparently this turret has decided it's just going to start firing on some things. It's all cool. It's all cool. It's April Fool's Day, so
April Fool.
it's just playing a joke on me. It's like, Scott, you didn't really want whatever we're shooting at, right? So we're still in, late alpha. We're bug testing and whatnot, and it's good to find stuff like this early on. But for Overpass, this is set in the middle of a city, and we're adding some ruin and some neon dystopia to it as we work on this, where a group of NPCs. I keep looking over at Emily. If anybody's wondering why does that guy keep looking over there, it's because she is that way. A little bit of cheese charm there, whatever.
All of the above.
In this story, your characters are actually fighting to take the position against the other characters, and the way we wanted some of the mechanics to work was that the players didn't just each other, but they also had to fight over these control positions. And so Illiria here, who is a half spider, half human, she has some pretty cool, she's intended to be an assassin class. She does a good amount of burst damage, reasonable amount of sustain, but she is a little bit glass cannony to where she's got to really just hit and run, hit and run, hit and run. Her abilities, there are, of her 4 unique abilities, her A1, ability 1, is a slowing, actually also allows you to see when bad guys cross through it. Oh, here we go. So we shoot that out. And when they cross through it, you'll notice that also we can see their outline through walls and whatnot. So that allows her to see where kind of her prey is. And it sticks on them for quite a while. So if she wants to go and hide and come back, she can see where their movements are. Her 2 melee abilities, which are being a little overworked right now or worked over, are going to be a quick stab and then a longer, slower one. So the atoms are getting a little bit changed up, and she's going to be able to have a little bit better burst and a little bit better. Oh, that Psyker's got his abilities actually about to be used.
This is usually around the time in the demo where I die.
Oh,
So
well, you don't all have to die. So we can slow him down. And the 2 ability, actually, once you target somebody, actually we're going to go back through here, and that Psyker keeps kind of slowing me. You can use the 2, which locks them in place, and then does a damage dump into them. And that's really good for closing distances as well as finishing off bad guys. Her number 3 ability which I probably should have used just there, is a damage burst to both of her melee attacks. And it'll indicate it because her spider butt's going to glow, and then she's going to get some pretty cool tracers going on her weapons. So we're going to slow these guys down, pop her 3, which is going to give her a damage boost and a speed boost to the attacks, and it's going to cause her to chew through the bad guy pretty quickly. Now, that leads us up to the 4, and for some reason it looks like her team colors haven't started. Normally on her butt you'd actually see the color of her team glowing through the sides as well as the back of the lighting. But her 4 is actually a way that is the thing that gives her good assassin abilities. So she tears a hole in the rift, and once she enters through it, only people inside the rift will actually be able to see her. Getting in and out of the rift, we're still working on the VFX for that, but getting in and out of it, you're going to see, for the player, it's going to be hazy, kind of like when Frodo enters, puts the ring on. But this means that she can now run around. Nobody's going to be able to see her that is not in the rift, but being in the rift also causes an energy drain over time while she's in it. So she can't just stand there forever. She's got to actually do a surgical strike of hit and run, cast out a web. Another part of the game mechanic for the rift is as soon as you do anything other than a movement, it actually pulls you out of it. So close the distance, pop your number 3, and then just lay waste with the damage. The Gargans are more of a long range, and they have a decent amount of sustain. Actually, we're going to have to take a look at the rockets, but it's all good. Still a little early access here. Now that we've gotten through, we're going to pop a little bit more damage and take him out of there.
Pow, right in the kisser.
Uh-oh. Somebody's actually targeted her. Oh, it is the Hood. I'm within range of his AoE, which is slowing and pain damage, so I've actually got to get out of there before it kills me. So that's kind of the champion spotlight of Illiria. She's got some good burst, a little bit of sustain. We're currently overhauling our melee mechanics a little bit to make it more visually interesting, as well as convey a little bit more of the hit damage. What do you think, Emily?
I think it's really awesome.
Camera's over that way.
I'm looking at your screens, and mine's the delayed screen, so I'm trying to keep up with what you're doing and saying,
Oh.
/ what I'm seeing.
Well, I'll take another tour around Overpass here. So we've put some holes in the top of it, so characters that have good CC, like knockbacks or grips or knock-ups or pushbacks, can actually knock people down into where the NPCs patrol down below. Turrets up top are going to play a pretty critical role in owning the lanes, owning the top. Moved stuff up top so that way you have to maneuver around it, you have to position. We do have a run as well as a walk. With walk you aren't going to make any noise. With run you will make some movement noise, so stealth will play into it a little bit. And then just straight up set dressing. Got a little cotton mouth going on today.
Oh Lord, I don't know why.
Just talking too much. Everybody loves hearing me talk.
That's up for debate.
But then you'll also notice we haven't. I just realized the overhauled radar. So you can actually see where the bad guys are. I believe squares means that they're below you. I'm pretty sure either circle means they're on the same level. I suppose I could go down there and find out. Boop. Yep. Circle means they're on the same level, and I believe if they're a diamond, then that means that they're above you. So, in theory, going into the rift, these guys should not notice that I'm here. Nothing to see, nothing to see. And Illiria is one of the only characters that actually have a health regen. She has one of her passives is a very weak health regen, which makes her pretty unique from the rest of them because I don't believe that there's another character currently that actually has a health regen. We wanted to keep the regen a little bit closer to just things that would actually regen, like shields. Whoops. Apparently the turrets have true sight right now. So shields, regen, armor does not, health does not. That's about it for our champion spotlight. Emily, do we have anybody asking any questions? I know we've got our big fan Paul, who's always watching us on Twitch.
Right. We had a sorry Miss Harper ask what is she fighting, but that was a little while ago, and a Rain Man said high-powered rocket launcher shoulders for Gargans.
That is correct. We've got to adjust them so that we can actually hit things up close, because right now it looks like they're just shooting over the top of his target, which isn't super effective for him, but makes it easier on the player. Not quite as intended, but that's how things go. But otherwise, this has been the... oops, didn't actually mean to send her back in there. This has been the Illiria / Overpass champion / map spotlight. Everything's coming together real well here in the late stage of alpha. And then for Damon, one of our animators, he pointed out that Illiria's little front tentacles there, or whatever you want to call them, are actually pedipalps. So thanks for that, Damon. We learned a little bit about spiders.
I don't know why that just sounds so funny.
Well, pedipalp.
Will you say it again?
Pedipalp, pedipalp, pedipalp.
Lord.
And so that was it. Thanks for tuning in again to Twaybor this week.
Hey, wait. Before you sign off, we have to tell them about Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to play Lava Flow and Overpass for yourself, you can sign up for...
Eyes up there. Camera's up there. Say hi.
Gosh, I'm interrupting my concentration. What was I even saying?
Facebook,
Instagram, Twitter. If you want to play these for yourself, sign up for the alpha. The link to sign up is pinned on the top of our Facebook page. So go there, like us, sign up. It'll be really fun.
Facebook.com/SinStudios. And let's see, Twitter, what is it?
Sin_studios.
Yep.
And Instagram is Sin Studios as well.
Cool. Well, hopefully we'll see you again soon. Sorry about the early technical glitches, but April Fools, everybody.
Haha, gotcha.
Ha-ha.
Okay, bye.